2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Gina and Maddie podcast.
My son, Jacky, is right now sitting on a plane at Sydney, about to fly out to Nashville for the first time without us. So I'm a little bit emotional and I wanted to write him a letter. And I'm going to talk about my son a little bit here and I hope that's okay. Dear Jacky, I have a photo of me standing on the concrete slab of our recording studio pregnant with you. And that's where it seems that it was set in stone. You literally grew up in our recording studio. As a 4-year-old, you used to sit for hours at your drum kit in our dining room. You got used to guitars on every lounge and had one in your hand every minute. There was a mandolin in the corner and my grandmother's upright piano in the lounge was just another instrument you somehow knew which keys would sound good together. We sent you to drum lessons when you were just 4 and guitar lessons not long after. Remember when Max Jackson lived with us when you were little and she taught you guitar every morning before you went to school? Your dad sat with you for hours opposite you, teaching you where your fingers went and how to strum. But you hated school, especially maths. And you came home one day and said, "Look what I did in maths today, Mum." I was so excited. You said, "I put my headphones on and I wrote a beat. Have a listen." You formed your own band with your mates when you were 12, called you the Untrained Monkeys, and you were incredible. You started touring with me when you were just 16, playing guitar, mandolin and the stomp box. And remember on your last day of high school, a teacher said, "Good on you, mate, touring with your mum." You played Never Tear Us Apart in your final school concert. And only weeks later, you played it with Tim Ferriss from INXS at a massive music festival. I secretly wanted to email your teacher and tell him. Then you played at Firefight, that big concert right after the fires with Lee Kernaghan. In his band, you were only 16 in front of 60,000 people in that room and a global audience in the millions. I stood out in the audience and I told everyone who would listen that you were my son. Even though your dad was on that stage too, I didn't point him out. I just pointed you out. We pulled you out of school and sent you to the Grove Music Academy and studied recording for year 11 with plans to move to Nashville the year after that. But COVID had a different plan for us. Fast forward to today. You're 22 years old and you're already a successful record producer and songwriter. You've been signed to a major label as an Atmos mixer. And when you combine all the songs you've mixed, written and recorded, you've had over 8 million streams already. To say I'm proud is an understatement, Jacky. All of that sounds pretty impressive, but you know, nothing makes me more proud than watching you with one of your little 6-year-old guitar students and how kind and patient you are. But now, today, you're off to Nashville on a songwriting trip without us. We won't be there to introduce you to people, to cook your brekkie and do your washing. My mum, your Nana Nola, she's nervous, but I'm not. We raised you to be well-travelled. We raised you to be confident and kind. And you know you'll hold your own in any room of writers, musicians or executives. I'm so excited for you, Jacky, and beyond proud to see what's ahead. Safe travels. Don't feel like you need to call me all the time. You really don't have to. I know you're going to be okay. And just know I'm home feeling proud and I'm stalking you on Find My Phone to see where you are. I love you, Jacky.
Gina and Maddie.
Where do I start with this? Okay. I got in the car this morning and I have my routines. I go to the car, I get a coffee, I stop, tap the coffee, thank you very much, my cafe, just what I need at 4 o'clock in the morning just to get me going. And then, and Bella's love letter to me. She leaves so many love letters so often. The most common one she leaves is the car on empty.
I like that one too. That's a good one.
Oh my God. So that's exactly what I want to be doing at 4 o'clock in the morning, is then stopping again.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a pain.
Anyway, so I stop, fill up the car. As I'm walking into the petrol station, I was like, oh, I actually don't know how much money we've got in this account, but I just bought the coffee, so there's money in there.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking through waiting for him to press the button to open the door so I can get in, I just tapped on my bank app and it said $35 in the account. And I just put $120 worth of petrol into the car. And I'm like, oh my God.
This is so stressful.
So what we've done in the last sort of 4 weeks is we've refinanced our home loan. We've gone with another joint that had a lower interest rate. So we've been in the process of going through our bank and changing banks, and we're keeping our bank for our bank accounts, and we've just changed banks for our home loan.
Yeah.
But what that's done is messed around with the online banking. So I've gone just to transfer some money from the other account and I have only got access to this one account that has $35 in it, but my car has $120 worth of petrol in it.
Oh my God.
And I'm just, I'm like, what do I do?
This is causing me anxiety just hearing this story.
Yeah, I've just started internally. I'm like, okay, this has happened to me once before where I filled up a car and I thought I had my wallet in the centre console and it wasn't there. So what I've done is the guy at the counter just filled out a form, put all my details down, put my rego, everything, where I live, address, phone number, and he's like, come back and then you've got 72 hours to come back and pay it. And then I was like, okay,
really?
great. So and I literally just went home, got my wallet where it was, and then came and paid straight away. So I thought, that's what's going to happen this morning.
Yeah.
No dramas. I'll pay when I finish work. I'll go back and sort it out.
Yeah.
He wasn't buying that. I said, mate, look, can I just fill out that form and I'll come back after work? And he's like, no. You need to pay it now. And I'm like, well, I've got a problem. I actually can't pay it now.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. So I feel myself getting red, but I'm also getting a little annoyed because I know that there's a process that it could have. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, but dude, I don't know what we're going to do. He's like, well, is there someone you can call? I said, well, my wife's asleep. It's 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Her phone will be on Do Not Disturb and on silent. And he's like, oh, well, you've got about 10 minutes before I call the police.
No way.
And I'm like, holy moly. So ringing Bella. Ring, rung out. Ring again.
No.
Ring, rung out. I've got, you can see there, four attempts to call Bella at 4:05 a.m.
No.
Then I've tried WhatsApp audio. So I was like, maybe that will ring.
Yeah.
Maybe it will different. Ring, rang out. 3 more attempts. And at this point, I'm like, okay. The next person I'm calling is one of you three, G, you, CJ, or Abel Shane, going, I think I'm about to be arrested.
Oh my God.
And the guy's looking at me, he's got, how you going? How you going? I said, mate, I'm not going. Nothing's going, right? And then as I'm pacing around, I've walked down to the end where the coffee machine is just to be away from him, and Bella's rung.
Oh, thank God.
Babe, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. This is the scenario. This is the situation. She's like, you idiot. So she transfers the money, sends done. Like, she's able to move it around.
Yeah.
Done paying. I was like, okay, mate, we're good to go. He's like, okay, great. Pops it in. And then he has the audacity, after threatening to arrest me, go, mate, we've got Boost Bars that are 2 for $7 if you're interested. I was like, mate, I am not interested in your Boost Bars. Thank you very much. Just let me get the hell out of here.
Gina and Maddie.
Doing the hard-hitting stuff here as part of the Gina and Maddie debate. Today we've been given the topic by producer CJ, which was?
Does pineapple belong on pizza? Maddie is affirmative, saying they're arguing that it does belong on pizza. Gina, you are the opposite end. Okay. It does not.
Now, you took the lead in the debate last time when we debated tomato sauce. I will kick things off today if that works for you, Gina Jeffries.
Good luck.
Thank you. It's the ticking clock and the drone that really makes the
Adds
debate
the pressure,
hard. Yeah, it does.
it?
But here we go. We've got a minute on the clock to put our arguments forward, and we have got a couple of undecided voters, one from Kurrumbong on the line and another from Wahroonga. All right, let's go. Pineapple on a pizza. Oh, what kind of nanny state are we living in when we can't have whatever topping we want on our own pizza? Today, I stand before you, people of the coast, not just to defend pineapple on a pizza, but to celebrate it as the culinary plot twist we never knew we needed. Now, I know the haters will say, fruit on a pizza? That's an abomination. But may I remind you, tomato is a fruit. Boom, mic drop. Pick the mic back up. This slippery slope started the minute we smeared that marinara on the dough. Pineapple brings balance, a sweet yin to the salty yang of ham. It's tropical, it's juicy, and let's face it, it's the only way your pizza will ever taste like a Hawaiian holiday and a cheat meal at the same time. And those say, oh, it's unnatural. Well, what about putting anchovies on a pizza? You're telling me that furry, salty sea creature is more welcome at the pizza party than the happy yellow fruit? You are kidding yourselves. I finished this. I'm bold, I'm unafraid, and I like my taste buds confused the best possible way. Thank you. Slice served.
Woo! Yeah, that was pretty good.
Thank you very much. I've just taken a seat back down from the lectern. Gina, if you want to make your way up to the stage, that would be great.
Okay, here we go. Pineapple should not be on pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, I rise today to defend something sacred. Pizza, the glorious, cheesy, melty masterpiece that has united humanity since the dawn of delivery. And yet, a great crime has been committed. A crime against crust, against sauce, against common decency. That crime is pineapple. Let's be real, pineapple on pizza is culinary chaos. It's like putting things on thongs on a tuxedo. It just doesn't belong. Pineapple is a beach fruit. It wants to be in a cocktail, wearing sunglasses, not sweating it out in a 220-degree oven next to pepperoni and regret. Every time someone orders Hawaiian pizza, an Italian grandmother sheds a single tear. Now, supporters of pineapple say, but sweet and salty, it's delicious. Sure, so is chocolate and bacon, but you don't see me sprinkling M&Ms on a lasagna. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. That's how we got the mullet. And don't even get me started on the sog factor. Pineapple leaks, turns your firm, beautiful crust into a squishy sponge. It's like your pizza's crying because it knows it's been ruined. In conclusion, pineapple on pizza isn't a topping. I'm nearly finished. It's a tropical salad fruit.
Are you done?
Tragedy.
Cut the mics off. Cut the mics off. She's done.
Let's stop the madness.
All right. Belle from Wahroonga.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's a
Good
pleasure.
morning.
Thank you for being here for the debate.
Look, while it's a tough competition here, I'm going to have to say pineapple most definitely belongs on a pizza.
Belle, finally some sense has been spoken on the wireless. Okay.
Kate, what do you think?
No, it shouldn't go. You shouldn't put fruit on a pizza.
Yeah.
But what about
Thank you,
my
Kate.
argument that tomato is a fruit and we're like that's the base of all pizzas?
I put barbecue on the bottom of
Oh, yes. Great argument, Kate.
Donna from the entrance north. Hello.
Donna, where's your vote lie?
my vote is put the pineapple on the pizza.
With the pineapple on the pizza. Okay, we're back to 3-2.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've got Iluka in Copacabana.
What do you think, Luca? Which way do you go?
Personally, I didn't care that much, but I have to say, Matt, you had some very strong points, so I'm going to have to go with Gina's point that it makes the bread soggy.
Oh,
God.
See, that was a compliment sandwich.
You led me down the garden path there. You should work in programming and radio the way you just sort of massaged that conversation, mate. Umina Beach looks like it's the deciding area of the coast this morning.
Yes. Should pineapple be on pizza or not, Henny?
Oh, absolutely. I've had pineapple on my pizza all the way.
Can I just tell you the truth? I really like pineapple on pizza.
It was a great argument from you. It was a great argument.
The Gina and Maddie Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app, revofitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.